Explore with Skyline. Top attractions in Las Vegas. You hear the name, and a million images flash through your mind, right? Flashing lights, the sound of slot machines, maybe a few questionable decisions. But here's the thing, and this is important, so listen up. Las Vegas is so much more than just the cliches. It's this insane, vibrant, always-on city that pulses with an energy you can't find anywhere else on the planet. It's a place where reality takes a little vacation. And honestly, sometimes that's exactly what you need. This isn't just about gambling. It's about experiences, about stories, about pushing the limits of what a city can even be. We're diving deep. So yeah, welcome. Consider this your all-access pass, your backstage ticket, your ultimate guide to the absolute must-see, must-do, must-experience attractions in Las Vegas. We're not just going to skim the surface, no way. We're going to rip through this town and show you the spots that genuinely make it legendary. Forget those dusty old pamphlets you find in hotel lobbies. This is the real deal, curated by someone who gets what makes this city tick. Or, well, you get me, doing it for Skyline. We're cutting through the noise, the tourist traps that aren't worth your time, and getting straight to the heart of what makes Vegas, Vegas. Get ready, because we are about to take you on a journey. And I'm not talking about some boring narrated slideshow. No, this is going to be an adventure. A whirlwind tour through the most iconic, the most electrifying, the most unforgettable spots in Sin City. We're talking about the places that define the skyline, the experiences that will be seared into your memory long after you've left. From the sheer audacity of the Strip to the unexpected beauty hidden just beyond, we're covering it all. You're going to see Vegas like you've never seen it before, even if you think you know it. Trust me on this one. So, what can you expect from this series? Pure, unadulterated Vegas, that's what. We're going to give you the lowdown, the inside scoop, the kind of tips and insights you actually need. This isn't about just listing places. It's about showing you why they matter, why they're worth your precious vacation time. We're going to explore, we're going to experience, and we're definitely going to have some fun along the way. So buckle up, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Seriously, do it now, because this is just the beginning. Las Vegas, let's go! First up, the legend itself, the Las Vegas Strip. Man, where do you even begin with this place? It's not just a street, it's like the central nervous system of Vegas. This 4-mile-long canyon of pure, unadulterated spectacle. The sheer scale of it is the first thing that hits you. These buildings, these resorts, they're not just big, they are colossal. Each one trying to outdo the next with more lights, more insanity, more everything. It's a river of neon that flows day and night, and standing in the middle of it, you just feel this incredible, almost overwhelming energy. It's the kind of place that makes you feel small, but in a good way, like you're part of something massive. When you first step onto the Strip, especially at night, it's a full-on sensory assault, but trust me, it's the kind you welcome. The lights are blinding, reflecting off everything, painting the sky. The sounds are a symphony of chaos, music blaring from every direction, people laughing, cars honking, the distant ding-ding-ding of a jackpot. It's constant motion, a relentless parade of humanity from every corner of the globe, all here for their own version of the Vegas dream. You can't help but get swept up in it, this feeling that anything can happen, and it probably will. It's an experience that's almost impossible to describe accurately. You just have to be there. And let's talk about the nightlife, because that's a huge part of the Strip's DNA. This place doesn't just come alive at night, it transforms into a completely different beast. The clubs here are world famous for a reason. Massive venues, superstar DJs, parties that go until the sun comes up, and then some. But it's not just about the velvet ropes and bottle service. There are dive bars tucked away, rooftop lounges with insane views, spontaneous street performances that pop up out of nowhere. The energy is absolutely infectious. You can literally feel it thumping through the pavement. It's a playground for adults, no doubt about it. But even beyond the clubs, the Strip after dark is an adventure. You've got 24-hour diners serving up greasy goodness when you need it most. Little wedding chapels glowing hopefully, people just wandering, soaking it all in. There's this incredible mix of high-end glamour and wonderfully tacky absurdity. And that's the magic of it. You can walk for miles and every block offers something new, something unexpected. It's about the freedom to just explore, to get a little lost, and to see where the night takes you. The Strip is a living, breathing entity, and it's always got a new surprise up its sleeve. Alright, next up, we're talking about something truly iconic, something that's become synonymous with Las Vegas glamour, the fountains of Bellagio. You've probably seen them in movies, in pictures, all over Instagram. But let me tell you, seeing them in person, feeling the mist on your face, hearing that music swell, it's a whole different level of experience. There's this incredible sense of anticipation that builds as you wait for the show to start. The crowds gather, the lights on the Bellagio dim slightly, and then silence, just before the magic happens. It's a moment, you know? The sheer scale of this thing is just mind-boggling. You're looking at this massive, 8.5-acre man-made lake right there in the middle of the scorching Mojave Desert. And then the music starts. It could be Sinatra, it could be Tiesto, it could be Andrea Bocelli. They have a whole repertoire. And as those first notes hit, the water begins to move. It's not just shooting straight up. These fountains, all 1,000+ of them, they dance. They sway, they pirouette, they explode hundreds of feet into the air. It's honestly breathtaking, a true spectacle of water, light, and sound. This isn't just some random water feature. This is a meticulously choreographed performance. Every jet, every swirl, every towering blast of water is perfectly timed to the music, to the lights. It's like watching a liquid ballet, powerful and graceful all at once. Some of the fountains, they call them oarsmen, can shoot water 240 feet high, while the super shooters can hit an incredible 460 feet. Think about that. That's taller than many buildings. The power behind it is immense, and you can feel it, almost like a gentle tremor when the big cannons go off. The first time you witness the Bellagio fountains, especially if you're not expecting the sheer grandeur of it, it's a genuine wow moment. It's one of those things that just stops you in your tracks. People gasp, they cheer, they pull out their phones, but mostly they just stare, mesmerized. And the best part, it happens every 15 to 30 minutes, depending on the time of day, so you have plenty of chances to catch it. But trust me, no matter how many times you see it, it never really gets old. It just gets you, every single time. Alright, so you've done the Strip, seen the big shows, maybe lost a few bucks, or won big, who knows. But if you haven't hit Fremont Street, you're missing a huge piece of the Vegas puzzle. This isn't just another street, we're talking about the heart of old Vegas, where the legends walked, where the neon signs were born, before the mega resorts took over the Skyline. It's got this raw, unfiltered vibe that's a total contrast to the polished perfection of the new Strip. You feel the history here, the ghosts of gamblers past, the echoes of a different era. It's gritty, it's loud, and it's unapologetically itself. This is where Vegas keeps it real, under a sky made of pure light. Now, the centerpiece, the thing you absolutely cannot miss, is the Viva Vision canopy. Listen, calling it a big screen is like calling the Grand Canyon a decent-sized hole. This thing is colossal. We're talking about the world's largest video screen, stretching something like 5 football fields long, suspended 90 feet above the pedestrian mall. It's made up of millions, and I mean of LED modules pumping out an insane amount of light and sound. The tech behind it is just mind-blowing. When that thing fires up, it transforms the entire street into this immersive light and sound spectacle. It's not just something you watch, it's something you're... When the shows start, man, it's a full-on sensory assault in the best possible way. They've got different themed shows, usually synced up with some killer music, rock anthems, electronic beats, tributes to iconic bands. Imagine lying on your back in the middle of the street, yeah, people do that, and just being completely enveloped by these insane visuals and booming sound. It's like being inside the world's biggest music video. The light reflects off everything. The energy from the crowd is electric, and for those few minutes, you just forget everything else. It's pure spectacle, pure Vegas, cranked up to 11. You can feel the bass thumping in your chest. And it's not just a nighttime thing, though that's when it truly shines, literally. During the day, it provides shade, which in Vegas is a gift from the gods. But as dusk hits and the lights start to flicker on, that's when Fremont Street truly comes alive, and the canopy is its beating heart. It sets the whole mood for the entire area. You'll see people just stop in their tracks, jaws dropped, staring up. It's one of those things that sounds cool when you describe it, but seeing it is a whole other level. It's a reminder that Vegas is always finding new ways to blow your mind, even in its oldest corners. All right, let's shift gears from the gritty energy of Fremont to something a little more elevated. We're talking about the high roller observation wheel at the Link. And when I say high, I mean, this isn't your local county fair Ferris wheel, okay? This thing is a monster, a gleaming white circle dominating the skyline, promising views that are just out of this world. The anticipation builds as you approach it, seeing those giant cabins slowly making their journey to the top. It's modern Vegas engineering at its finest, and it's built for one primary purpose: to show you this city like you've never seen it before. The ride itself, the ascent, is incredibly smooth. You're in one of these spacious, spherical cabins. They can hold up to 40 people, but it never feels crowded. And as you start to climb, ever so slowly, the city begins to unfold beneath you. It's a gradual reveal, which is part of the magic. First, you're looking over the rooftops of the Link Promenade, then eye level with the mid-rise hotels. And then you just keep going up. The sounds of the Strip fade away, replaced by this quiet awe as the panorama expands with every foot you gain in altitude. It's a surprisingly peaceful experience, a moment of calm above the Vegas chaos. And the views, man, the views. We're talking 360 degrees of pure Vegas spectacle. During the day, you see the incredible sprawl of the city, stretching out to the mountains that frame the valley. You can pick out all the iconic landmarks, the different resort towers, even see the planes taking off from McCarran. But at night, that's when it truly becomes magical. The entire Strip is a river of light, a dazzling, glittering carpet laid out before you. The neon signs, the flashing billboards, the sheer energy of it all, seen from 550 feet up, is just breathtaking. It gives you a whole new appreciation for the scale and audacity of Las Vegas. You spend about 30 minutes on the full rotation, which is just enough time to soak it all in, take a million photos, and just marvel at the engineering feat that allows you to be up there. You can spot everything: the Bellagio fountains doing their dance, the Eiffel Tower at Paris, the distant glow of downtown. It's like having a god's eye view of the city. It's not just about seeing the lights, it's about understanding the layout, the density, the sheer human endeavor that created this oasis of excess in the middle of the desert. It really puts things into perspective, you know? Alright, enough with the city for a minute. You might think Vegas is all neon signs, slot machines, and pool parties. And yeah, there's a lot of that. But just a short drive west, like less than 30 minutes from the Strip, you find something completely different. Something ancient, something raw, something incredibly beautiful. I'm talking about Red Rock Canyon National Conservation Area. This place is an absolute stunner, and it's the perfect antidote if you're feeling a little overstimulated by the 24/7 chaos of Las Vegas Boulevard. It's where the desert shows off its true colors. The drive out there is part of the experience. You see the city skyline shrink in your rearview mirror, and the landscape starts to change. The buildings give way to scrub brush, and then, bam, these massive, vibrant red and cream-colored sandstone cliffs just erupt from the desert floor. It's a dramatic entrance, to say the least. Your first glimpse of those Aztec sandstone formations glowing in the sunlight is something you won't forget. The air feels different out here, cleaner, crisper. The silence, or rather, the natural sounds of the desert, are a welcome change from the constant ding-ding-ding of the casinos. This isn't just some small park. It's nearly 200,000 acres of protected Mojave Desert wilderness. The scale of it is immense. Those red rock formations, some of them thousands of feet high, have been sculpted by wind and water over millions of years. It's a geological wonderland. And it's not just red. You see bands of pink, orange, tan, even grey, all layered together like some giant prehistoric cake. It's a reminder that long before Vegas was even a twinkle in a developer's eye, this incredible natural landscape was here, quietly doing its thing. It's humbling, really. Having a place like Red Rock Canyon so close to a city like Las Vegas is pretty special. It offers this incredible balance. You can indulge in all the man-made craziness you want on the Strip, and then, in less time than it takes to watch a sitcom, you can be completely immersed in nature, surrounded by ancient rocks and desert wildlife. It's a vital escape hatch, a place to recharge your batteries and connect with something a bit more permanent than a winning streak at the blackjack table. It's proof that there's so much more to the Vegas area than just the casinos. Alright, so picture this. You're in Vegas, right? Sun beating down, desert all around, the usual. Then you walk through a door and bam, you're not in Nevada anymore. You're in Venice, Italy. Seriously, the Venetian. It's not just a hotel with an Italian theme, it's like they airlifted a whole chunk of the city and dropped it right here. The scale of it is just nuts. You look up and there's this painted sky, perfectly blue, a few fluffy clouds, like it's always the perfect afternoon. It messes with your head, in the best way possible. You forget you're inside a massive building. It's an absolute masterclass in illusion, and you can't help but just stand there for a minute, jaw slightly open, trying to process the sheer audacity of it all. This isn't just a nod to Venice. This is a full-blown, meticulously crafted recreation. And the details, man, the details are where they get you. They didn't just slap some paint on the walls and call it a day. We're talking cobblestone-ish walkways, little bridges arching over canals, the whole 9 yards. You've got replicas of St. Mark's Square, the Campanile Tower, the Rialto Bridge. Iconic stuff. And it's not just close enough, it feels right. You can tell that an insane amount of work, research, and craftsmanship went into every single column, every archway, every little balcony. It's the kind of place where you can just wander for hours and keep discovering new things, new little architectural flourishes that make you appreciate the commitment to the theme. It's like a movie set, but you can touch it, walk through it, live in it for a bit. The painted sky ceiling is a whole other level of genius. It's not just a static image, it subtly changes, creating this perpetual golden hour vibe. It's always the perfect time of day inside the Venetian. This is what sells the illusion, what makes you forget you're in a climate-controlled environment in the middle of one of the hottest places on Earth. You half expect to feel a gentle Italian breeze. It's this commitment to the immersive experience that sets it apart. Think about the engineering, the artistry, the sheer ambition to say, yeah, we're gonna build Venice indoors in Las Vegas. It's that Vegas spirit, cranked up to 11, but with an unexpected touch of elegance and romance. And then you remember you're in Las Vegas. You step outside for a second, and the desert heat hits you. The neon glow of the Strip is just a stone's throw away, and it's this wild juxtaposition. Inside, you're gliding on a gondola. Outside, it's the organized chaos of the boulevard. It's this contrast that makes the Venetian even more impressive. It's a testament to human ingenuity and the desire to create something extraordinary, something transportive. They didn't just build a casino, they built a destination within a destination, a whole different world. It's a crazy, beautiful, over-the-top idea, and somehow, they pulled it off spectacularly, making you question reality for a little while. Alright, let's switch gears. Big time. From the romance of Venice to something grittier. We're heading downtown to the Mob Museum. Officially, it's the National Museum of Organized Crime and Law Enforcement, which is a mouthful, but trust me, this place is fascinating. First off, the building itself has history. It's the former federal courthouse and U.S. post office. And get this, some of the actual Kefauver Committee hearings, the ones that exposed organized crime across the country, happened right here in this building, in the very courtroom you can still visit. That's not a replica, that's the real deal. You can feel the weight of that history the moment you walk in. My first impression? This isn't some cheesy, sensationalized tourist trap glorifying gangsters. Not at all. It's a serious museum, incredibly well curated, and it takes a deep, unflinching look at the complex history of organized crime in America and its undeniable impact on Las Vegas. The tone is respectful, educational, and incredibly engaging. They don't shy away from the violence or the corruption, but they also explore the law enforcement efforts to combat it. It's a balanced perspective, which is crucial for a topic like this. You're not just looking at old photos. You're diving into the stories, the people, and the societal forces at play. It's a history lesson, but it's the kind you actually want to pay attention to. The museum starts by laying the groundwork, taking you back to the roots of organized crime in America. Think prohibition, the rise of bootlegging, the formation of early gangs in cities like New York and Chicago. It explains how these criminal enterprises grew in power and influence, becoming sophisticated organizations. You learn about the different ethnic groups involved, the codes of conduct, the brutal tactics. It's a stark reminder of a very different era, a time when these syndicates operated with a level of impunity that's hard to imagine today. They provide so much context, so you really understand the why and how behind it all. And then, of course, it zeroes in on Las Vegas. The museum does an incredible job of explaining how and why Vegas became such a magnet for mob investment and influence. In the mid-20th century, Nevada was one of the few places with legalized gambling, and the mob saw a golden opportunity, a cash cow business that was relatively easy to skim profits from. You learn about the iconic casinos that were built with mob money, the hidden ownership structures, and the larger-than-life figures who ran the show behind the scenes. It's a crucial part of Vegas's origin story, the underbelly that existed beneath the glitz and glamour, and this museum tells that story like no one else. Okay, if you love Vegas, or even if you're just fascinated by its crazy, over-the-top visual history, you absolutely have to go to the Neon Museum. This place is unique. It's not your typical indoor, climate-controlled museum. Most of it is outdoors, in what they call the Neon Boneyard, and it's exactly what it sounds like, a resting place for these giant, iconic, incredible neon signs from old casinos and businesses. But it's not a sad, dusty graveyard. It's more like a vibrant, open-air art gallery, a tribute to the city's luminous past. The visual impact when you first walk in is just, wow, these massive, colorful relics are everywhere. The sheer size and artistry of these signs is something you can't fully appreciate from old photos or movies. Up close, you see the craftsmanship, the intricate design of the neon tubes, the bold typography, the sometimes quirky graphics. These weren't just functional signs. They were works of art, designed to grab your attention, to scream Las Vegas from miles away. Each one tells a story, not just of the business it once advertised, but of the era it represented. You can see the evolution of design trends, from the sleek Art Deco styles to the googie architecture flourishes of the mid-century. It's a visual feast, a riot of color and light, even during the day. Every sign in the Boneyard has a history, a connection to a bygone era of Vegas. You'll see remnants from legendary casinos like the Stardust, the Sahara, the Riviera, the Desert Inn, places that defined the Strip for decades but are now gone or completely transformed. There are signs from old motels, wedding chapels, and local businesses, each one a little piece of the city's soul. Walking through here is like taking a time machine back through Vegas history. You can almost hear the clatter of slot machines and the crooning of Sinatra. It's a powerful, nostalgic experience, even if you weren't around to see these signs in their original glory. It's a strange and wonderful feeling, walking among these fallen giants. They're weathered, some are rusted, some are missing pieces, but they still have this incredible presence, this undeniable charisma. It's a graveyard, sure, but it feels more like a celebration. The museum is dedicated to preserving these incredible pieces of commercial art and design, and by doing so, they're preserving the story of Las Vegas itself. It's a reminder that the city is constantly reinventing itself, tearing down the old to make way for the new, which makes the Neon Museum's mission even more vital. They're saving these beautiful ghosts from being lost forever. Alright, so you're in Vegas. You've seen the lights, maybe you've tried your luck at the tables. You've felt that undeniable Vegas buzz. But hold on, because if you haven't experienced a Cirque du Soleil show, you've missed a massive piece of the soul of this city. This isn't just entertainment. It's an art form pushed to its absolute limits, a spectacle that grabs you by the eyeballs and doesn't let go. It's the kind of thing that makes you question reality in the best possible way. We're talking about a whole different dimension of performance, something that stays with you long after the curtain falls. It's pure, unadulterated wow. What sets Cirque apart, you ask? Everything. First off, forget everything you think you know about traditional circuses. There are no animal acts here, no tired routines. This is about human potential, about pushing the boundaries of what the body can do, what the imagination can conjure. It's a fusion of acrobatics that defy gravity, theatrical storytelling that tugs at your heartstrings, and visuals so stunning they feel like they've been ripped from a dream. Each show is its own unique universe, meticulously crafted, with a level of artistry that's just mind-boggling. It's raw talent, amplified by incredible production, and the sheer variety in Las Vegas alone is staggering. It's not just one show, it's an empire of awe. Each major resort seems to have its own flagship Cirque production, each with a distinct theme, a different story, a unique flavor. This isn't some niche attraction. It's a cornerstone of the Vegas entertainment landscape. The demand is huge because the quality is consistently through the roof. You could spend a whole week in Vegas just watching Cirque shows and still feel like you've only scratched the surface. It's a testament to their creativity and their ability to keep reinventing wonder. Think about the performers for a second. These aren't just people doing tricks. These are world-class athletes, dancers, acrobats, actors, musicians, all at the absolute peak of their craft. The dedication, the years of training, the sheer discipline required to do what they do night after night is almost superhuman. It's like watching living sculptures, artists who paint with their bodies, creating moments of breathtaking beauty and impossible skill. They make the extraordinary look effortless, and that, my friends, is the mark of true mastery. You're not just watching a show, you're witnessing the pinnacle of human achievement. We've talked about the performers, the stars of the show, but let's pull back the curtain a little further and talk about the sheer mind-blowing production value that goes into every single Cirque du Soleil experience. We're talking about budgets that run into the tens, sometimes hundreds of millions of dollars. And you see every single penny on that stage. The sets aren't just backdrops. They're intricate, often kinetic pieces of engineering art that transform and evolve throughout the performance. It's a level of investment in creating a total immersive world that few other live shows can even dream of matching. And the costumes. Man, the costumes in a Cirque show are a universe unto themselves. Each one is a masterpiece of design and craftsmanship, often taking hundreds of hours to create. They're not just clothes, they're extensions of the characters, helping to tell the story, define the mood, and add to the visual splendor. The detail is insane, from the smallest bead to the most elaborate headdress. Think about the wear and tear these costumes go through, night after night, with performers flying, tumbling, and contorting. They have to be both beautiful and incredibly durable, a testament to the skill of the artisans behind the scenes. Then there's the music and sound design. In many Cirque shows, the score is original, composed specifically for that production, often performed by live musicians who are just as talented as the acrobats on stage. This isn't just background elevator music. It's an integral part of the emotional landscape of the show. It swells with the drama. It dances with the playful moments. It underscores the tension of a dangerous feat. The sound design, too, is impeccable, creating an immersive auditory experience that transports you completely into the world of the show. It's a symphony for the senses, and you can't forget the lighting. Oh, the lighting in a Cirque show is like another performer on stage. It sculpts the space, it directs your focus, it paints with color and shadow to create mood and atmosphere. It can transform a scene from intimate and ethereal to grand and explosive in an instant. The lighting designers are wizards, using technology to enhance the storytelling and highlight the incredible feats of the performers. It's a subtle art, but when you start paying attention to it, you realize just how crucial it is to the overall impact of the show. It's a visual language all its own. So there you have it, folks. Our journey through the electrifying, surprising, and always entertaining landscape of Las Vegas. We've cruised the Strip, marveled at the Bellagio's dancing waters, felt the old-school vibe of Fremont Street, and soared high above the city on the high roller. We've escaped to the stunning natural beauty of Red Rock Canyon, floated down Venetian canals, and dived deep into the city's more intriguing history at the mob and neon museums. And of course, we just spent a good chunk of time losing our minds over the spectacle that is Cirque du Soleil. This city, man, it's got layers. What I hope you take away from this is that Vegas is so much more than just the cliches. Sure, the casinos are there, the nightlife is legendary, but dig a little deeper and you'll find a city bursting with creativity, with world-class dining, with incredible art, and with experiences you simply can't find anywhere else on the planet. It's a place that's constantly evolving, always trying to outdo itself, always pushing the envelope. That's the magic of Vegas. It never stands still. It's a living, breathing, exhilarating beast of a good time, always ready to show you something new. A massive, heartfelt thank you for coming along on this ride with us, for watching, for engaging, for being part of the Skyline community. If this guide sparked some ideas, if it got you even a little bit hyped for your own Las Vegas adventure, then do us a huge favor. Smash that like button, share this video with your travel buddies, your family, anyone who needs a little Vegas inspiration in their life. And most importantly, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, because we've got so many more travel guides, tips, and adventures coming your way. You don't want to miss out. And like I asked just a moment ago, I'm genuinely super curious to hear from you. After seeing all these incredible spots, the dazzling lights, the natural wonders, the historical dives, the mind-blowing shows, which of these Las Vegas attractions is at the very top of your must-visit list? Which one got you saying, okay, I to see that? Let us know in the comments below. Your feedback, your excitement, your plans, that's what fuels us to keep exploring and sharing. Remember to comment and subscribe for more travel tips.